Hello people, so we're going to discuss a strategy for CAT in relation to the DILR section of the paper. So here we go. People, first of all, the DILR section has been the most difficult section of the paper, not only in CAT 21 but for the last 3-4 years, right? And it has been consisting of a total of 20 questions talking about CAT 21, where there were two sections, two sets of 4 questions each and 2 sets of 6 questions each, right? And there were a total of 5 theta questions. People, theta questions mean wherein you don't have to mark the right option, but you have to type in the right answer, right? So those questions are called as theta questions. Further, people, the important areas from which the questions sets have been prepared by the examiners are: 1, games and tournaments. This has been one of the favorite of the examiners for the last 3-4 years. When we talk about games and tournaments, it doesn't specifically have any other rules applicable. It is just the same rules which you all would have learned in case of AR, and other such basics would be applicable there. It is just the sets have been primarily based on games and the tournaments, right? Then there are data caselets. People, data caselets, when we say, when the data is given in the form of a paragraph wherein you have to take the relevant information, write it down, and then analyze the data and answer the question based on that, is called as the data caselets, right people? Another important area is data and reasoning. People, when the data is represented in any form, maybe a table, a line graph, a pie chart, or any other conventional form of data, and it is followed by some directions which are having some further logic to be applied, which you need to apply and derive some conclusions, and then you can mark the answer based on same, is called as data reasoning. And people, then there are AR conditional sets. Some conditions are given. For example, it could be if A is selected in a team, then B will also be selected, or some other form of conditions which are there. They are AR sets. And lastly, connective based AR. People, you would have read the statements like, if X is present in a team, then Y can be present in that team as well. Or it could be, if P and Q are members of a specific team, then R cannot be a member of that specific team. Q can only be selected if R is not selected. These kind of statements, which in itself give you some hint, which you have to write and decode in the right form, and then you have to take the conclusions based on that, and then you need to answer the question based upon that. So these are the major areas from where the sets or the questions do appear in case of DILR section. Further people, it is very important to understand that in order to get 90 percentile, you just need to attempt 6 to 8 questions. Yes people, I said it right and you heard it correctly right. If you just attempt 6 to 8 questions with close to 85-90% accuracy, people, you can definitely hope for 90 percentile in the CAT exam. The percentile or the cutoff for DILR section goes as low as that I was telling you for getting a 90 percentile. People, after that, let me just tell you that selection of the right DI set is very important. As I always say, it may not be generalized. It cannot be stated that something which could be easy for X will remain easy for Y as well, or for Z as well, because every individual has their own set of strengths and their own sets of weaknesses, right? So you need to decide as per your own analysis of the strengths or weaknesses while you are preparing for the exam, that which set belongs to the area of strength, so that you can pick that set and you can solve it practically, right? Now people, further, without wasting any time, let's go and solve a CAT 21 set. Let me just give you a hint, right, so that you can decide. It's a set based on basically games and tournaments only. Just start reading the information after pausing the video. Right, in short, there are 12 teams. He has divided those in 4 groups, group A, B, C, D. 3 players in group A, 3 in B, 3 in C, 3 in D, and he have intentionally taken their names to be confusing. 3 players of group A, all having names starting with A, B having all with B, and so on. I'll tell you how to crack those. Then people, they basically, as if you read the directions, you can pause the video and see it. He says at every group stage, there are 3 ranks which are not defined. So 2 players play which are the second and third ranked of that group, which is not given to us. The winner of that match plays with the number 1 ranked player of that group, and winner of that goes to the semi-final and so on. So you basically get one player from group A, one from B, one from C, one from D, who reaches a semi-final. 4 semi-finalists, they play the finals, right? They play the semi-finals, the 2 winners, they play the finals and so on. And then people, after that, it says some further conditions are given, which we will use while answering. You can pause the video and just have a look at those conditions given, right? Further, the people, this was the first question. Just have a look. We'll solve it for you. Who among the following was definitely not ranked first in his or her group, followed by options. When you crack this complete set, you'll be able to answer those questions. Which of the following pairs must have played against each other in the championship and so on. Now people, then here we are going to use that. I'm using that information, people. Just focus here. I think you all will learn good. So group A consists of Aruna, Azal and Arif and so on, people. People, let's write their names in short. Aruna we can take as AA, Azul as AL, Arif as AF. So what we have done, basically, we have taken their first letter and their last letter everywhere. Similarly, you can see Brinda was BA, Bridge is BJ and Biju is BU. Similarly in group C and similarly in group D. While you take only the initial letters, when you select that, you have to be careful that so that there is no ambiguity or there is no confusion in your mind that which person you have taken as what, right? After that, people, now understand, in the group stage 2 and 3 will play. The winner will play with the number 1 ranked of that. Now that second match winner will be considered as the winner of the group and will proceed to the semi-final. 4 semi-finalists, they'll play, the 2 winners will play the finals. Now, can I say whosoever is playing more than 2 matches, whosoever is playing more than 2 matches will definitely be the winner of that group. Because at a group stage, there are only 2 matches. So whosoever is playing 3 matches must be the one who has reached the semi-final stage, is the first conclusion which I'll use. Now he says, Chitra did not win the championship, so I'll write Chitra did not win. Aruna did not play against Arif, we will use that. Bridge, okay. Now these 4 players, people, they play 3 games each. So can I say that means Aruna is the winner of this, Biju is the winner of this group I am talking about, that is they have reached the semi-final. Chitra is the winner of this group and Deepan is the winner of the last group. Okay. Then people, that means the other 8 players have been rejected at the group stage. Now Azul and Chetan have played 2 games. People, Azul and Chetan have played 2 games and they have still not reached the semi-final. So that means Azul has played 2 games. 1 game must be with, now Aruna did not play against Arif, so this means Azul must have played against Arif. So Arif must have lost, I am putting a minus sign. Azul must have won, I am putting a plus sign. Second match, Azul must have played with Aruna. Now, as Aruna has reached the semi-final stage, Azul must have lost it and Aruna must have won it. So, Aruna has won here and reached semi-final. I am writing SF here, semi-final. Come to the second stage, people. Biju has played 3 games, we already said, and no player from B group has played 2 matches except Biju, right? So, that means Biju would have defeated BA also in this round. And Biju would have defeated BJ also in this round, and Biju has played the semi-final, right? We come to the third stage, Group C, people. Group C, Chetan has played 2 games but has not reached semi-final. So this means Chetan must have beaten CI in the first match and Chetan must have lost to Chitra. That is the reason Chitra has reached semi-final. And lastly, people, no player of D group has played more than 1 game except Deepan. So that means what would have happened? Deepan has played 3 games, but all others have played 1 only. So Deepan must have won from DA DA lost Deepan 1 and Deepan must have won from DB. So people, we have the 4 semi-finalists. Now, mind it, AA has so far played only 2 games. This is its second game. BU's, this is third game. CA's, this is second game. And DN, this is third game. Now, DN and BU have played 3 games only, and AA and CA as well, people, and as question specified, they are playing between themselves. So AA will win the semi-final, BU will lose it, and CA will win the semi-final and DN will lose it, people, and then AA and CA will play the finals, which AA will win. Why? Because Chitra did not win the championship. Alright, people, just try and understand. I took precisely close to, I don't know, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, but we solved the complete set. It was just spending a little bit time in understanding the directions clearly, analyzing the data in your mind, doing the proper reasoning, and then going through the set, and you can very easily crack it. Right, people? The questions you all can very easily answer now. Right? It is the same base questions. Right, people? So see the smile and the confidence you have when you get what you like, when you have what you have, see the smile and the confidence on your face, people. Right? So people, this is it from my side, and for more such videos and all that stuff, you can log into hitbullseye.com, people. Wishing all of you all the very best for the exam. Happy learning.